Welcome to A Talk with Armani.
I am your host, Armani Amon.
This is the show that takes you behind the scenes and in front of the screen of all different types of productions. Whether it's a feature film, a brand new TV show, or writing a book, I introduce you to those powerhouses that make those productions work. Make sure you stay tuned as I bring to you my first guest. Welcome back to A Talk with Armani. Makeup, beauty is everything that we live for. Most people, it's all that we see. If you pick up a newspaper, you're on television, you see people glammed up, looking absolutely gorgeous, and maybe you've decided you want to get that look, you want to try some things at home, or you want to go to a professional. Well, please help me welcome the professional to the stars, the makeup artist to the star, the beautiful and very talented Miss Mimi Johnson.
Thank you.
Of course. And you look well put together
Thank
and natural.
Thank
I
you.
think that's the most important thing with makeup to me.
Your makeup looks beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you so very much. But they work so hard. Because I come in looking haggard.
It looks natural,
No,
though.
I come in looking like I just came off the street.
Well, kudos
Really?
to your makeup artist.
Yes. Hey, Jamila. Yes. But again, you look so beautiful and natural. And I think that a lot of natural is coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I know that we've seen a lot of people before when you could really see the makeup. I mean, they had the greens and the blues and the oranges and everything
Yes.
was kind of cooking. You
Yes.
know, you had a Crayola crayon box. And now, you know, we've got, you know, more natural tones, more natural hues. Whenever I go to makeup, I say, I just want to look like me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want to be to the point where I look casket ready.
We don't want that.
We don't want that. So makeup artists to the stars. Wow, and you've got a whole movement. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so I've been doing makeup for about 9 years now.
Wow.
And I fell into makeup.
Okay.
I've always been artistic and did the traditional thing, went to college, got a business degree. I actually worked in IT.
Okay.
And I was just the designated makeup artist out of my friends.
Okay.
And one trip to New York, you know, I was doing my friend's makeup and they said, hey, you know, you should be a makeup artist. I had never thought about it before. I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit.
Okay.
So even though my job was a great position, I just ventured out and said, hey, it's fun, so I'll do it. So it was a passion that turned into a profit.
Oh, wow. Well, that's fabulous. So when you're doing makeup and you're getting, I guess it's because it's art. You know what I mean? So there's no right or wrong way to do makeup, right?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
There are wrongs, you know,
Okay.
especially, you know, I started just out of passion, and then when I started taking it seriously, that's when the wrong things started coming out. So understanding how to match undertones and understanding how to color correct dark spots and understanding texture of skin. Those are the things that any artist should understand. Anyone that sits in your seat, you should be able to enhance their beauty. But style-wise, there's no right or wrong. I think it's depending on the person's preference that's in your chair and what the occasion is, right? So makeup for TV might not be as heavy as a photo shoot. Or a bride doing photography wants to look her natural self, but we still need this coverage. So it just depends on the occasion.
Wow. So in doing makeup and the different people that you've done, and we, you know, when we look at you and we pull up your profile or we Google you, you've got all kinds of people that are on there. Is there any particular person that you feel as though has been your most interesting client when it came to doing makeup?
Interesting is a good word. But you know, I feel I'm humbled and just blessed for the opportunity. You know, some of the times I'm sitting in awe, like, wow, I watched this person when I was younger, or I listened to this person on the radio and now they're in my chair. I think it was in the beginning like that nervousness of you can still do your job, you gotta let that shine through and be a professional, but not be a fan. So you know, I've enjoyed working with I've done Missy Elliott, DeBrat, Kim Fields, Angela Simmons, Kenya Moore, just about every reality TV show that's shot out of Atlanta. I've worked on. So I've had the pleasure of working with a lot of people. I really do enjoy working with Angela. She's probably the one I work with the most. And I actually did a lipstick collaboration with her last year.
Oh, okay. So. Well, that was nice. Wow. So
yeah.
The lipstick collaboration, tell us about it.
Yeah. So I own a store called The Glamatory here in Atlanta.
Okay, The Glamatory. Okay.
Yes. It's a glamorous laboratory.
Okay.
But, you know, I was thinking, okay, just as an artist, right? I love doing makeup, but then it comes with any other passion career. You're, as an artist, you're inspired to do makeup when you want to do makeup. Absolutely. But when you're forced to do something, it becomes a task and it becomes a job. And I was just thinking long term, like, what can I do now to set myself up to where I don't have to do makeup? There's some other source of income coming in. So that's where the Glamatory came in. And then I said, okay, I need a product too.
Okay.
So naturally, I was going through my client list, like, okay, who should I collaborate with that makes the most sense? And, you know, Angela comes from a well-known family,
absolutely.
The Simmons, Russell Simmons.
Right.
Her dad was in Run DMC.
Right,
so,
absolutely.
And she made her way on reality shows and still is. So when I do her makeup, it's she's very similar to me as far as her makeup is concerned. She likes natural glow with a pop of color here and there, and it's usually the lips. So that collaboration made sense to me. So, you know, we picked the colors together. We started with the holiday collection and branched out with some other colors. So it's been fun.
Wow, that's fabulous. Well, I want to hear more about it and some other things that you've got going on, and we will talk about it when we come right back.
You're watching A Talk with Armani.
So if you're just joining me, I am sitting here with the makeup artist to the stars, Mimi Johnson. So, Mimi, you just got finished telling us about the collaboration you did for your lipstick. And so your lipstick is available where?
Only at the Glamatory.
Oh, okay. So you have to come to the Glamatory to get, and you've got all different colors, and you have a website, of course, that people can go on and view.
Absolutely.
So can they come to the Glamatory just to get the lipstick, or do they have to, like, because you also do makeup there, right?
Yes. Okay. So I have a phenomenal team of artists. We have 8 artists.
Oh, wow.
So you can come to the Glamatory, you can shop for makeup. I sell other brands as well. Some popular brands that you can find, like Becca Cosmetics, Inglide. And then I also, I want to give back, and so I support a lot of up-and-coming and emerging businesses owned by minorities, of women. So yeah, I'm giving back in that way to giving someone else a spotlight. So I do a lot of events, and yeah, so you can come to the Glamatory, get glammed, or shop.
Oh, wow. Okay, fantastic. So what else do you have going on? Because I know that you're busy. Yes. And, you know, recently I had you on a show as part of the new show, Graduates ATL, which is coming on Aspire. So tell me about that and how you came to even get into it.
Sure. So, you know, I've been approached by reality shows in the past, and I've said no, because I didn't want to be that person on TV going through drama and portraying those stereotypes of what women are doing today on reality TV. And it's not a knock to those that are. I just wanted to represent myself in a better way. I've worked too hard for my business. So when this show, the producer found me on Instagram, actually, and said, you know, this show is going to be positive. We want to put you in a good light. I said yes to that. Another reason that I said yes to that on a personal level, besides branding my business, was I wanted to do something good for other women. And I have a son who is autistic. And it took me a lot of strength and courage to open up about it. But when I opened up about it, a lot of women started coming to me and saying, wow, I didn't know, or I'm going through this too, and seeing you be so successful gives me hope.
Okay.
So I wanted to use my platform to show other women that are going through circumstances, whether it's you're a single mother, whether you have a child with special needs, whether you're just struggling on your own,
Absolutely.
that you can, building the right support system around you, you can still succeed. So that was a big reason why I said yes to the show, and I'm happy about the outcome of it because it has been positive.
Okay, that's fabulous. That is fabulous. So the show comes on Saturday nights?
Saturdays,
and
yes.
It comes on Inspire, and you're one of 6 main characters on the show.
Yes.
Now, it's called The Graduate, Graduates ATL, because each one of the main cast members actually graduated from college and have then launched onto their own careers. And so, again, the premise of the show is to...
Specifically, it is about historically Black college and university graduates. There's a lot of debate now where are the schools even relevant to have now? So I think part of that is showing, yes, it is. Of course, it's not a knock to any other university. It's just that sometimes, especially kids coming from the inner city, or even the suburbs, maybe they couldn't get into some of those schools, and there's different scholarships that come out of HBCUs that allows them the opportunity. So this was, for me, a validation for those schools.
Okay.
But outside of that, on a broader scale, it's showing life after college. And, when I was in college, it was kind of that mindset of you're going there to get a job. And it was just to get a job.
Right.
Where today's day and age, it's more than that. You get out of, I feel like I got out of school and I was like, this is life.
Right. Okay.
Okay, I got a job. I did what I was supposed to do. I think this is showing there's no cookie cutter way, to be successful.
Absolutely.
Yes, we have degrees, but most of us are operating outside of what we went to school for.
Absolutely.
But we were prepared through our experiences.
Right.
So I think that's another reason that this show is a success. Is showing that, you can succeed if you put your mind to it.
Absolutely. That is fantastic. Well, when we come back, we're going to check in more with Mimi, and we're going to get all her information so we can follow her and become followers, fans, and rah-rah cheerleaders for her and her movement. We'll be right back.
You're watching A Talk with Armani.
Welcome back with A Talk with Armani. So I am sitting here with the beautiful and talented Miss Mimi Johnson. So you are on the Graduates. I keep saying The Graduate. You're on Graduates
Yep, you're right.
Oh, it is The Graduate?
Yep, you're right.
Okay, The Graduate ATL. And, you were talking about the platform and how it's helping with your son, which when we were younger, and I'm telling my age, but back in the 70s, I don't think autism was as widely known as it is now. I don't even know if we knew anyone that had been properly diagnosed. I'm not going to say that didn't have it, but that had been properly diagnosed with autism. And now it seems like more and more people are talking about it. More and more people are coming. And it can't possibly be something that's just showing up.
Right.
It's just the fact that we're now getting proper diagnosis for it. With helping with your son, do you feel as though, continuously using the platform and then doing all the things that you're doing, how do you find the strength to just continue to move on? Because I know from what I understand, it's a handful dealing with that in and of itself. It's it's a handful having children, but then to have special needs, and then a special need that even today a lot of people aren't qualified to handle or to deal with. How is that for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's rough, and every day is a learning experience. One day we've conquered something, and now we're on to the next. So I think it's more so of accepting it and finding the strategy to move forward. And it's really about that support system. At first I had a hard time accepting it. But once I accepted it and started being more open about it, a slew of women started, coming towards me like, hey, I have this son or I have this person in my family, or maybe not at all, but they're, hey, how can I help you? And I think that that's the key with anyone with a child with special needs is finding that support system, because you're not alone.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think that's the key thing there.
Yeah, absolutely. And now I'm starting to see more and more resources. There's more and more information. I'm starting to see more and more things that are available to different parents that are dealing with with autistic children, as well as the children in of itself. I don't know if anybody's aware, but I just saw the commercial for a show where there's a doctor that is, and I forget what network is coming on, but it's coming on, and he is autistic, but now but he's going to be he is a doctor. He's performing surgeries. He is doing all these things. So it's showing that there's so much stuff that can happen just because a person is autistic. It doesn't mean that they are limited. They just need a little bit more help, a little bit more
different
guidance.
Way of learning.
Right, in order to do their thing. So that's fabulous. So thank you so much for coming on the show. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. You've got a lot on your plate.
Thank
you know what I mean? When you first look at it, you'd be like, "Oh, it's a little plate," but then it expands. It's like different courses. Like I got a lot of little plates.
A lot of tappers.
A lot of tappers.
Small
right. I got a lot of stuff going on. Got my makeup. I got my makeup, but then I got my show, which is about my makeup, which is about me, and then I got me, and then I got my life, and then I got and everything circles around making sure that you're okay, because without you in the center of it all, we wouldn't be able to deal with any of it. We wouldn't be able to have any of it. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you continuing to expand your platform. Also for getting the message out there, furthering the message about autism, as well as college graduates, because a lot of times, we've got graduates in school who are sitting there wondering what is going to happen life after college. Like what happens? I've got a daughter in college, and even though she has a plan, it still has to be scary. What happens after that when I leave these walls and I'm forced to take care of myself and these student loans
that will stay with you for life.
Right. What happens after? So thank you so much. And we want to follow you. We want to be, not just fans. We want to be right there with you as you go through different things and maybe come down to the glamatory and all that.
Yes.
How can we do that?
You can follow me at Mimi J Online on all of my social media platforms. And you can also follow the Glamatory, TheGlamatory.
Okay, and we definitely will. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.
You're watching A Talk with Armani. Welcome back to A Talk with Armani. I want to thank my very special guest, Ms. Mimi Johnson, for coming and talking about not only her glamatory and makeup and all the different things that she has going on, but also talking about autism and, being aware of it and using the platform to bring more awareness to it. There are a lot of different things that our children are dealing with that may not be properly diagnosed.
I think it's very important to continue to pursue knowledge. Years and years and years and years ago, when I was a child, we didn't hear of autism. There were a lot of things that we didn't know about. And it wasn't because they didn't exist. It's just because we did not know about them. So we did not know how to label them. We didn't know what to call them. Now we see all these different symptoms, and some of the things that we're saying our autistic children's symptoms are, you know, if you think back about it, you can think about, hey, the little guy when I was young may have had that exact same thing going on. Did he get the help that he needs? Well, it's our job. It is very important that we kind of look at those resources to see how we can help people that may need them. I think that the way anybody can be successful, any way that we can overcome any issue, is if we put all hands on deck. It is not a singular issue. It is a we issue, and I think that's kind of what separates us from any other nation or any other state or any other city or any other group of people, is the fact that we have the ability to put all hands on deck. We have the ability to help each other. We have the ability to cross into another border without it being considered escaping or having some type of other like-minded issue. I think that what we need to do is try to figure out how we can help our neighbors, even if it's so much as researching an article or coming up with a resource. If you know someone that is going through something, that is dealing with a child that may have autism, or maybe dealing with a child and they aren't aware of what autism is, but you've recognized the symptoms, maybe just researching an article, sending it to them, or giving them some type of resource may help them. You never know how sometimes something as simple as, hey, how are you doing? Do you need any help? Can help the next person. That's called being a neighbor. And apparently that's also called being an American. So we want to try our best to do the brotherly love American thing. Until next time, thank you so much for joining A Talk with Armani, and I look forward to it. Stay safe.